Right. We're live.
This is so funny.
Here we go. Right. Let me just make sure. I'm going to put my headphones in now and I'm just going to make sure it sounds okay on my stream. Say hello to everyone.
Hello.
This is your first...
Oh, no.
no.
The cat.
There's a cat right here. Yes. It sounds good. It sounds good.
Can you hear the traffic?
It sounds perfect. You're going to hear the traffic a little bit, but we'll explain that as we get through into the live stream and we actually get some viewers. But we've got Binksy with us, which is the main thing, and he's not too scared of the live stream. And if he knocks something over, he knocks something over.
Someone said hello. Oh, it's Ray. Hello.
Hello, Ray. Do you recognise
From
Ray?
my running channel, yeah.
Ray X.
Thank you
hello,
for coming.
Ray.
Not a Formula One fan, but said that they join.
Why are you not a Formula One fan, Ray, is my immediate question. And maybe, do you know what?
Whoa.
Imagine if we did convert a few more people to love Formula One. That'd be a really nice little thing to do, wouldn't it, actually?
I do. I think the way in is definitely through Drive to Survive.
Drive to Survive first, CouplaRookies second.
Yeah.
Or maybe what we'll do one day is, to get more people in, we'll do like a watch-along of Drive to Survive.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know when you watch your movies with your friends?
Yeah. Oh, I love doing that. Yeah.
We should
I don't
do
know
that.
how you would actually do that.
I'm sure there's a thing. Oh, it's telling us we can capture moments and live stream and key moments from the live stream.
Wow.
Should we do that?
Yeah.
Here we go. Padstow Mate. Here's to Mr. Aveste's channel. Hello all. Here we go. Oh, from Mr. Aveste's channel.
Yeah.
So this is what I said. So what we're going to do very clearly here is everyone that's come from my channels will say that they're from my channels because I've asked that. Have you asked your...
I haven't.
So
I
basically,
just thought I'd keep it a bit more ambiguous.
Yeah. So for Padstow Made, and for anyone that is going to be coming in, I kind of need to introduce you, and then maybe for Ray X, you need to tell them who I am.
You can go first.
Okay. Well, first of all, we're a couple of rookies together, and what that effectively means is we are entering the world of Formula One from a perspective of new fans. I think I've been a longer term fan than you.
Yeah, for sure.
Only because my gateway into Formula One was via the Formula One games.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to play those on the PS1, I think my first game was. So I've been into F1 from that perspective for a long time. Then I got into the races.
Before you started watching it?
Yeah, this is really weird. People never understood this, but I never get it. But I got into the games first because I was into gaming, and then that got me into actually watching the races.
Right.
And I developed a fandom that I was like, oh, I really love this. But then, you know what it's like over time, and I think Formula One struggled in the early 2000s, the teens, to get audiences in. So I didn't love it during that time period, and then rediscovered it as it got more exciting in this new era, the Liberty Media era. So I'm Josh. I make football content on the internet, and now make true crime content on the internet. And now the third and I hope final channel will be Formula One content with Emily, my lovely fiance.
Aww. So I'm Emily. How did I get into Formula One? So
Well, you need to tell them the story.
I literally got into Formula One this year, and honestly, it was Josh forced me to watch one episode of Drive to Survive, and we basically watched it all within the space of a few months. I kind of seen the races and stuff, but I just found it really fucking boring, to be honest. But I think if you love reality TV like I do, and you've not seen Drive to Survive, it's honestly just like another reality TV show. It's not, it's about the racing, but it's also about all the bitchy drama that goes on, and I live for it. And then I started watching the actual races, maybe from February, March this year.
Yeah.
So
Pretty
very
much
much new to it.
season.
Don't really understand some of the rules, so you'll have to explain them to me as we go, which is fine.
But that's fine. We've got some people in here right now, Padstow and Ray, already saying they're newbies to the F1 world.
Yeah.
So there's going to be, I'll tell you one thing, there's going to be no shame. If you're not into F1 at the moment, or you're just getting into it and you don't quite understand the difference between DRS and overtaking and, a pit stop between a stop and go, we'll explain all of those things. So don't worry if you don't understand them right now. We'll do it from a very basic level, much like I've had to do with you.
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't know what stop and go is.
Stop and go is where you have to do a stop-go penalty, where you've made a mistake, and you have to stop it. You have to go through the pits and you have to stop.
Yeah.
And DRS is the thing, basically, it's called drag reduction system, which enables you. Oh, we've lost this.
What?
1 second. Let's load this back up. Here we go. Right.
What happened?
We've lost the timings. So it's fine. We'll get that back up. Right. Let me hide that for a second because it's fine. We'll get that back up in a second. But yes, drag reduction system enables you to open your rear wing. Sounds like a euphemism, but it's not. And it enables you to go a little bit faster on the straight so you can overtake people. That sounds like fun, doesn't it? So we'll explain all of those things. So we're not going to do it. I'm going to try not to use any acronyms. I'm going to try not to do anything confusing. I'm going to try and explain it from an everyman's perspective.
Like basic level, like
literally
like basic.
The basic. Like if you've never heard of F1, we can do that. Where can I watch the F1 today? Padstow. Bearing in mind, if you're from Padstow,
where is that?
I think it's in the southwest. I'm going to go Cornwall area.
Padstow.
Let me know. You can watch it on Sky Sports if you're in the UK. We're watching it via Now TV, which is a Sky Sports subsidiary.
Sorry.
We excuse the sirens. We don't live in a gang-infested criminal area, but we do live between two hospitals. And so if you do hear the sirens, it's currently, what temperature? 28 degrees. So we have to leave them open.
Just put your fingers in your ears for a little bit.
There you go, look. You see, look how useful we are.
It is in Cornwall, you're right.
There you go, I know that. Oh, Ray, thank you very much for subscribing. We just got another subscriber.
Thank you, Ray.
Do you know what? I hope you have just subscribed because it will just come up for us. Keep an eye on this little area here, Emily, because it will come up. It will come up for us in a second. We've lost the source of this.
Oh, but not
I don't know why. Oh, here we go. It's working now. I can turn this back on.
Maybe big.
Yes. There we go.
Leonie's in the chat.
Leonie, here she is. Thanks for watching, Leonie. I'm in Padstow, Cornwall indeed. See, look, there you go. Geography knowledge. It's fucking brilliant. Thank you very much for subbing, Ray. I don't want to call Ray out, but we're not seeing it on our end.
No, it will come up.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
Basically, whenever somebody subscribes, a little...
We've got an F1 race outside.
I don't know if you heard that, but... when someone subscribes, a little cat pops up.
Yeah.
So get ready for that when it does appear.
Yeah, get excited for the cat to pop up. Oh dear. Right, so we're about like 10 minutes away from the qualifying round starting, Q1. I think there'll be a few teams that will be a little bit worried in Q1. I'm a bit worried about Haas. I don't think they'll be very good.
I honestly lost a bit of interest in Haas since our beloved
the man, the myth, the legend
has gone.
Are we going to say Gunther or are we going to say Gunther?
Huh?
Gunther or Gunther?
Whatever those the right answer.
Whatever he fancies.
I'll call him whatever he wants.
I even turned the bell on for everything from Ray.
We'll take it.
Honestly, Ray, we really appreciate you. I really hope you have subscribed because I want to sort of give you some love right now. And,
they said they used to watch F1 back in the day with their sister.
There you go.
So you probably know more than me.
Yeah. Oh, I've subbed as well, but I think it depends if I have my subscriber viewing public. That might be the case. If that is the case, that is gutting because we want to give you a little moment on screen over here. There'll be a little thing that pops up.
Are you coming back, Leonie? Are you leaving? Gonna go set it up now.
What's she gonna go set up?
I assume the game? The game. This is what I mean. It's not football, Emily. The race?
The race? Oh, she's going to set up the race so she can watch it.
Oh, we'll come back and watch it with us.
Yeah, well, maybe she just wants to watch the race.
Fair.
Can't blame her. Don't want to clarify her too much here and don't want to call her out, but it's actually not a race today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, we're seeing Charles Leclerc, the heartthrob of F1.
Yeah.
And now we're following...
I would argue this guy here is more of a heartthrob.
What? Lance Stroll? No, I'm joking.
That's not Lance Stroll.
It's Fernando Alonso on his scooter. Looking very, very good. Oh, God, you can't say that. Can't read that one.
You're going to get locked up for that one, Leon.
Yeah.
Don't answer your doors.
Yeah. You've just outed yourself. You've just absolutely outed yourself. And we're seeing the fans on what is the highest point of the track there, looking down, which is an unbelievable view. This is in the Austrian hills, the Alps.
I've never been to Austria.
We've got to go.
Yeah.
We've got to go. We've got to fly into Graz and go and watch this. Congrats.
Yeah,
that's what they're going to be saying to
Max Verstappen.
Piastri today. A lot of people aren't predicting Max Verstappen to do very well, but this is technically one of his home races.
Yeah, because it's the Red Bull.
It's the Red Bull area.
Okay.
It's the Red Bull owned track.
Right.
Which is A bit cheating.
I'm very much a Red Bull fan, so.
So Ray, if you are, yeah, keep on my subscription private. Right, do us a favour then, unsubscribe and resubscribe.
Will it work?
And it should work.
Just so the cat can have his moment.
The cat that can have his moment, but also for Ray to have their moment as well. Do you know what I mean?
I did choose this specific.
We put
animation.
a lot of effort into this. we really did put a lot of effort into it. So anyone that does subscribe with public subscriptions turned on, you're gonna have a treat.
Yeah.
Is what we're saying. We're gonna have an absolute treat. So yeah, we're very much looking forward to that. We do have a cat of our own in the background, but you might not be able to see him.
Is there?
You might not be able to see him at all. I love that we've got sort of like a soundtrack of engine noise, much
it's
like because we can't hear
track.
the F1. Yeah, because we can't hear that. We're currently in the garage of the McLarens. That looks like a different colour. Do you see it looks a bit more fluorescent orange?
I wouldn't mind if they changed that colour. I don't love it.
You don't like? You're not a papaya fan?
No. If you guys had an F1 team, what colour would your car be?
That's a great question.
What would yours be? I know what yours would be.
Yeah, you know what mine would be.
Yeah.
Why don't you say what your one would be?
Mine one would be. I do quite like the diva-ness of a bright pink car.
It's already been done.
I know.
It's already been done.
I like pink and red together. I know it's a bit not much contrast.
Yeah,
contrast. But I do like pink and red together. I think it's a bit of a vibe.
I don't think anyone will have ever done pink and red.
Let's do
Ferrari, just saying. Think about it.
What?
They're already red.
Yeah.
Just slap a bit of pink in there.
Yeah.
Maybe you could. Whoa, we got the cat!
Oh, there we go.
Ray has subscribed.
The dancing cat.
The good thing is I can refresh that anytime I want, so I can just put it back on screen at any time I like. Look.
There it is.
Ray, if that wasn't worth it, I don't know what was. I really don't, because that was a beautiful little thing. Found my private subscription thing, think it might have worked out. Right, Padstow, you also now need to unsubscribe and resubscribe. Okay?
Just for the cat.
Just for the cat. Yeah. So we're all welcome now. We're all friends. Emily was very worried that no one would watch.
Well, I wasn't worried, but it's just like
Scary.
I've never done a live stream before.
How are you finding it? Padstow!
Oh, there we go.
Look at that. That is a beautiful thing. I changed the font. I changed how big the font was. Changed everything. So cool. Love purple. Oh, love the purple kitty. Couldn't change the colour of the kitty.
No.
But the purple was nice.
Or is the purple the colour of the car?
Oh, could be. Could be. What sort of purple? Are we talking the purple in your display picture?
Do we have any purple cars? No.
No, we don't. Which is funny because it's sort of like a regal colour.
Yeah.
A lot of people. Oh, there you go. Padso has seen the
cat.
What a moment. Do you know what? We can never change that cat now.
No.
For as long as we do this. So yeah, how are you finding being on your first live stream?
Fine. Fine. I just feel like we're sat here
Chatting
just
away.
talking to each other.
Yeah.
But we're not.
We are talking to each other.
No, I know. It's just funny, isn't it? It's a strange. Which is funny because I'm used to talking to a camera.
Yeah.
But not for like long chunks of time, you know, like non-stop.
Can you see why now I have to go for this massive monitor to be able to measure?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's some. If you see me like this, it's because there's a screen that could quite frankly land a plane. It's like this big, and there's 3 different tabs. There's loads of stuff going on, so I'm not really sure where I'm looking.
Yeah.
Oh. We've got pad stuff from another channel. So we're gonna
Thanks very much, Rory. Yeah, make sure you change it. Because you need to make sure you put your public subscriptions on, and then you'll come up again. And you know what? It'll be worth it just for that moment.
Yeah, I love the thrill of seeing the cat.
Yeah, exactly. No, this is I have to have this amount of screen real estate to monitor all of these different things going on. And really, I could do ideally with another tab. Which is just mad to say. What you've also got to try and do, which is really difficult, you've got to try and look up there into the camera.
Yeah.
When you're talking to someone, you've got to try and look at the camera and say, hi, how are you? Because otherwise you're just sort of like looking down. You'll watch the live streams back and you'll be like going like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Why am I looking in the wrong place? Do you know what I mean? They have this Elgato thing.
Oh, the thing, the AI thing.
The teleprompter. No, not the AI. That's NVIDIA AI to change your eyes. But they've got this teleprompter that slots over the front of your camera, and you could have the chat in front of the camera. So you can when you're looking at the chat, you could be looking at the camera, which is really useful.
That is cool.
Yeah, it's really useful. Ray, do you want to read out Ray's comment?
Oh, here it is. I love watching live streams. That's why I love to hang out on Twitch, if you know that platform too.
You're not a big Twitch consumer.
I used to watch that guy on Twitch,
Limmy.
the gamer, Limmy. I thought it was so funny, the guy from Glasgow.
Yeah.
I don't watch that many live streams.
There you go.
But I think it's because a lot of content create. There she is.
Leonie.
That was delayed. I thought she'd gone.
Yeah, horrible. It's taken her that long.
I'm allowed to say this because she's my sister, by the way. Yeah, not a lot of creators that I follow do live streams.
Yes.
It seems like quite a rare thing for people to do.
What,
unless their whole channel is like
niche?
Built on live streams.
Yeah.
Because I guess, within football and things, it must be really common.
Yeah.
And F1, I guess, too.
Any sport is reliant on live activity, isn't it? Think about it. Like
But with running and stuff, like...
Why would you be doing it?
Yeah. No.
No.
So we're doing new things, which is good.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, I find doing live streams more enjoyable than recording videos.
Yeah.
Because you can just have a bit more of a relax.
Yeah.
And you don't have to think, I've got to condense what I'm trying to say into 3 seconds.
Yeah.
You can just think, I'm just going to enjoy it.
That's something that I prefer about YouTube and just longer form things in general, is that you can say so much more than you can in a 60-second video or in an Instagram story. Like, there's only...
Let's just do a siren pause.
Yeah.
Still coming.
There we go.
It's off now, but it's about to come back in 2 seconds.
Siren.
This is why you can't have the windows open.
Yeah. Why don't we shut that one?
I don't know if it's going to make a massive difference.
I think it will. Okay. I mean, even if it just takes the edge off our ears.
We've got Lenny Kravitz as the pit lane reporter.
No way.
No, it's Ted.
Oh, Ted Kravitz.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so random. Why would Lenny Kravitz be there?
Do you think he's related? Probably not.
Is it spelled the same?
Yeah, it is actually. I'm going to bump us up one little, because we've lost the natural lighters. He's an iconic... Oh, there you go.
Whoa.
He's an iconic F1 reporter.
Oh. See, this is my lack of F1 knowledge.
Yeah, but if you saw him, you'd recognise him, because he's all over the place. He's all over the broadcast. That should sound better. And Emily, we are at a record 8 people in the stream right now.
Oh my
Can you believe that? Thank you to everyone that is watching so far. We really appreciate it. If you have come over from either of our channels, please write down in the chat right now where you've come from.
Yeah.
Because I want to see who's got more viewers, you or me.
It's not competition.
It is now. We're about to watch a race. Well, qualifying. It is a competition. Yeah, it's not a race. We're watching Lance Stroll in his car.
To be fair, he did finish 4th in practice yesterday.
P2 he finished 4th. P3 I think he finished 8th or 9th. Oh. So it still wasn't that bad.
I mean 8th or 9th, I'm sure he'll take it.
Yeah, he'll take it. He definitely will. Aaron Clare. Hello, Aaron.
Oh my god,
got
cat.
Another subscription and we got a little cat. Maybe we have to dance every time it comes up. Thank you very much for subscribing, Aaron.
Thank you,
Aaron. All, we should say. Really appreciate you. Rory has asked you, do you guys have
hi, Aaron. He's one of us.
From Emily Running Channel. There you go. Well, you don't know who I am then, so, you know.
You? No.
Sorry.
Do you guys have a favourite F1 team?
Please, you go first.
Well, more of a person.
I think you follow a team as well.
The same team?
Yeah.
My favourite is Red Bull, which apparently is like the villain of Formula One, but I really do love Max Verstappen. I'm sorry.
It's almost like a confession. It's almost like you're coming clean and
Forgive
you're going,
me, Father,
I am a
for
horrible
I have
person.
sinned.
Yeah, I'm a really evil person for liking it. And you should say to these guys, we are going to be live streaming the race tomorrow. Get ready for that. So you'll be glad to be subscribed. And we are bringing out our allegiances on that live stream.
All will be clear tomorrow.
All will be clear. Yeah, you have to subscribe to know what it is.
Well, I've already said mine. So
no, as in what the
what it is.
what the garments will be. Yeah.
So what's your team then?
Do you know what? I feel like with F1, I don't have a hard loyalty to a particular team in the same way that I would do in a football context. And I find F1 interesting in that because it's more driver-led, as you said, you can follow more of a person as opposed to a team. So like I always like and back the British drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Like any Brit that's anywhere near the top, I will always back and support them. So we've got quite a few Brits here. So obviously, like I really quite like the Bear Man. I want him to do really well.
I don't know much about him, you know.
He's a young kid though.
I think it's because he's not been in Drive to Survive, and that's kind of like
he
the
was a little
extent
bit
of my.
at the end of last season.
Oh, was he?
A little bit, but not much. Yeah.
I know what you mean though, because I feel like especially if you watch Drive to Survive, to bring it up for the 10th time, I would say I go off like the team principles. Like I really love Toto.
You do, but you support the team.
But I wouldn't say I necessarily
hates.
support Mercedes. Not that I don't like Mercedes. I just really like Max Verstappen.
But he hates, absolutely hates.
But
Red
that's
Bull.
okay. I feel like I would support. It depends on the team principle, and then also the driver as well.
Yeah, fair enough.
Rather than like one. I don't think I'll ever stay loyal to one team.
Okay, well, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
So then, to answer your question directly, I've actually weirdly got a soft spot for Williams. The reason why, because they're sort of like an underdog, aren't they? They were once an amazing team, like again before our time, but they had like drivers like Damon Hill, who's like a really good British driver, and they were like right at the top when we were just being born.
Yeah.
They were really, really good, and then they had this era of being really shit. Obviously, the guy that led the team passed away, which is really, really sad. And then his daughter took over, and then they've now got this amazing team. Now they've got James Vowles, who's like this legend of the game. Really good on social media content as well, I have to say. And also, just generally all round, seems like a guy that would not be involved in a sex scandal. Unlike some other team principals
Corny Warner.
that we won't mention. So I like that, and I like Albon, and I do actually Sainz has grown on me through Drive to Survive.
Oh, I love Carlos Sainz.
No, but as in I knew him before he was on Drive to Survive. So and he was always a nice guy, but he was never really that interesting as a racer before that. But now I really like him as well. So I like them, and I also do like Mercedes because again they're a historic team that were right at the top. They went through an era of dominance, and now they're not as good as they once were. But I find them good, and I like George. I'm sorry to say.
Too. You're a big McLaren fan.
I like McLaren, but I wouldn't. In the era in which the drivers they've got, I don't like. Lando's definitely the most charismatic out of those two drivers. Do you see what I mean? I don't find Oscar Piastri that interesting to listen to.
I really like Oscar. That's what I like about him.
Yeah, he's just so chilled. But I find horrible about that is he doesn't have the same personality that I find to be interesting.
I know what you mean. That's what I actually really enjoy about Formula One, though, is that there's so many different contrasting personalities. Like, if you think about, like, Max Verstappen versus Oscar, they're completely different, but, like, both incredibly good at what they do.
Yeah, could not be further apart. It'd be so interesting to see Max Verstappen in a McLaren. I think he would be so dominant in a McLaren. I think he would be considerly faster than
because they're so fast this year.
Yeah. We've got our first driver out of the pit lane, and it is a Williams. Don't know which Williams it is, but we'll see them coming up in the timings.
He's on the map.
Oh, there you go, Albon on the map.
Do we have a map? No.
We don't have a map visible, but I tell you what I can do is I can show the map here, and we can look at the comments here. Okay. Let's do that, and then we can still show that up. I think that'd be a smart way of doing it. Rory, all right, I got mechanic duty calls. Josh, I'll be there for the football live if I can't make it back to this live. No worries at all, my friend. Thank you very much for coming in and supporting this channel.
Doing another live?
I might be doing a live tonight.
Yeah,
9 o'clock.
Chatting your face off.
You're welcome to come on that one as well if you want.
Talk about Chelsea?
Yeah.
Probably about as useless in that one as I will be in this one.
Thank you very much, Rory. I appreciate you very much. I really appreciate you supporting this brand new channel, which is very exciting. We've got the banner in the bottom. Emily has forced me to put a Red Bull car in that banner.
I didn't force you. I was like, this is a great picture.
Yeah, you were just like, this is really nice. And it just happens to have a Red Bull car in. Do you know what? Initially, I didn't really like this track very much. But actually, I've grown to find it quite exciting.
It's quite hilly.
Yeah. Just caught up on why it started late, that F2 crash. Oh, there you go.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, it did start late, yeah. I didn't even realise.
I didn't even see what
F2
crash that
crash.
was. Was it Do you mean F3 crash? It must have been. Oh, the F2, as in not the F1. The F2 cars have been qualifying previous to this.
Oh, and there was a
So
crash.
that I didn't know about that crash. Aaron, tell us more about that crash then. Let us know what went down. We haven't seen any of that. Wouldn't say I'm a big watcher of F2. Lance Stroll, Emily, has just put up the best Sector 1 of the qualifying so far.
Isn't he the first one to cross the finish line?
Pretty much. Pretty much. Don't worry about that though. Albon did go before.
Oh my god.
What? Horror crash.
Did you see that? Look at that.
Oh, he was upside down.
Jesus.
Was that a sprint race then? It can't have been qualifying.
I don't know what it was.
And
The drivers are fine though.
thank God.
I say fine.
We've
They're
We've just seen Ocon go through, I think, as the current fastest. Albon is the second fastest
Where are you looking?
on the timing sheet over here.
Oh, here.
So Ocon is currently leading. Let's be honest, all of the best teams are not yet setting times, which is interesting. You see the teams at the bottom of the leaderboard often trying to get out and trying to get a time on the board because they want to get out of this qualifying session.
Yeah, qualifying is something that I actually didn't really understand. I mean, I still don't fully understand it in terms of like how they organise getting all the different drivers out there to get their times. How there's actually 3 stints, and you get eliminated, which is quite fun. It makes it into a bit of a game.
It is much more exciting. A lot of people want to do what they call a one-shot qualifying, which is, rather than the current format, doing it where you literally get 1 lap each to set a time. You literally just get one chance. You get 1 lap. That's it. And you can go out whenever you want, but you only get 1 lap, right? And I think that's so much worse than the way that we've got it now. I think this is really exciting.
I think, because you probably just need a bit of time to like get into it as well.
Yeah. I think this is really, like, to go back to your point, there's a strategy to it, isn't there? Like, basically, as time goes on, more rubber gets laid down on the track, and therefore the track gets stickier and better to go round, right? And then also, there's a strategy of going, do I fuel up for 2 laps and do 2 laps in a row, or do I do 1 lap and come back round, go in the pit, fuel up again? There's lots to it. There's lots to the strategy, and that is what currently makes this format, I think, so exciting.
Yeah.
To be fair, but yeah, we're seeing the first McLaren go out here.
I have a question for you.
Go on.
So, will they try and set faster times in qualifying than they intend to do in the race? Lap times?
Often, because of the way that they're fueled. So bear in mind, like when they like this is 71 lap Grand Prix. What they'll do is the cars are fully fueled. If it's 71 laps, they might fuel it for 71 and a half or 72. And what that means is you're way slower at the start of the Grand Prix because your car is way heavier.
Right.
So more often than not, the qualifying pace, because they're only fueled for 1 lap, and because they've got the soft tyres, which more often than not in the race you're using a different compound, so you always have to use 2. You'll more often than not be faster in qualifying.
Right.
But that's just like, if you think about it, it's like the most optimal your car will ever be, really. But there have been instances where you're faster
Max
in
is
the race
out.
as well. Max is out on the track. Where is he? He's coming around the final corner. It seems like he's just about to go on his hot lap. Look, if you see, Hulkenberg's gone in there. Oh no! Here you go. He's just set his lap. That was a 1:05.
He's just done the fastest first sector as well.
What's annoying about this, and I might pause it actually, is that we are behind that. So I'm going to pause this now, and I'm going to put this up because that timing thing is higher than where we are. So we need to give this 30 seconds, and then we'll get this, because this is Verstappen's lap here. Can you see it?
Yep.
So Verstappen he did a faster sector 1. He's on a green sector 2, which means it's his best sector 2. And he's coming around the corner. You must be really excited about this, by the way. Verstappen setting a lap.
Oh, another
he went
one.
Half a second quicker than the last person, which was Nico Hulkenberg, which is interesting.
Lando's doing a good one though. Oh,
yeah. Who's that? Lando's just gone top.
Yeah.
Right, let's get... Okay, we're live now. Right, so now we're synced. That's really important that we're synced up. Because the TV coverage was behind the timing sheet that we have there. That must be incredibly up to date, that one that we're watching here. It must be really zoomed in. So now we're watching... Is this Piastri crossing the line? It doesn't look like he's going very fast. Hamilton has just gone in and set the third fastest lap. Oh, look at that. Eric Banner.
Oh, yeah.
Famous for...
You know what? Got 17 subscribers now.
Thank you so much to all 17 of you. We have had a couple of people subscribing twice.
Yeah.
We're probably 5 of those. But
So
you got to celebrate every single little win you
Eric
can.
Banner, was he in... Was he Hulk? Was he the Hulk at one point?
I was... The Hulk is the one that springs to mind for me. Do you know the other movie that springs to mind? It's Troy.
He's in that.
I think so. We're watching Kimi set his lap. He was over half a second slower than Lando Norris, which is mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hadjar currently in 5th, which is unusual. Piastri to be 21 seconds behind Norris means that he must have bailed out on the
Yeah.
lap. And obviously Alonso and Colapinto still haven't set times, which is a shame. But we've still got 9 minutes, which is a load of time really in this. We've only got 4 drivers in the pits, which is interesting. I can't believe that F2 crash.
Yeah, it looked very
crazy.
scary.
The Williams are looking shit.
Yeah.
The Williams are not.
I feel like they
looking
had
good.
a few races a while ago where they were doing really well.
They were. They were looking great. They were looking really good. Thank you to all of you that are watching
Thank
so
you.
far. We really,
If
really
you've not said
appreciate it.
hello yet, come and say hello.
Yeah, come and say hello. Yeah, definitely. You've always got to beware of the lurkers.
The lurkers.
There's always someone lurking.
Don't be a lurker. To be fair, I am such a lurker.
Yeah,
on YouTube.
exactly. Yeah, you are.
I don't comment on anything, which is so bad.
Alonso nearly had a moment there, and Albon nearly had a moment there. There's a very small strip of gravel there, and that's caught a few people out. But there's gravel on the exit, which is interesting. That's going to cause some people some dodgy moments. You do not want to be going over the gravel there. Look at all the tyre marks from the previous races.
Yeah.
Mental. He's got his DRS open. So there's 3 DRS zones in this track, which makes it quite good for overtaking.
Do you want to explain what DRS is again?
Yeah.
Briefly.
So DRS is the abbreviation for drag reduction system. Very simply, there's a point on the track that a car will pass if they are either a second or less behind someone in a race, or in qualifying you can just open it out. And what it does is it opens a flap in the rear wing, which basically means that you've got less drag reduction system, and therefore enables you to go faster on the straights. Now you don't want to be turning with that open, because then you don't have any downforce or any grip, which means you end up spinning all over the place. Ray's saying she's usually a lurker, or they are usually
Well,
a
thank
lurker.
you for not lurking here.
yeah.
We appreciate it.
I think, Ray, you've been the most vocal out of everyone on the stream so far, so we appreciate you. Gasly has just done half a second better time than his previous, so he's gone up to 6th.
I do love the pink car.
It does look good. I can't lie. I can't lie. It looks really, really good. Piastri has just set his second fastest time. Unfortunately for us, I have a feeling that the 2 McLarens are going to be 1 and 2 in this race.
Yeah.
And it's going to be boring if it is.
I know. I feel like that's why the last couple of races have been like with the Max and the George thing, and then the last race we had where Lando tried to take over Piastri. It was just like, I feel like we've had a couple of really, really interesting races.
Yeah.
So I long may that continue, but I feel the same. I feel like it's a lot of McLaren at the minute, and love that for them, but as a viewer,
it's not as exciting,
Yeah.
is it? If you could, out of all of those drivers there, we've talked about your favourite driver.
yeah.
If you could just get rid of one from the grid and just say they didn't exist anymore.
Any
They're
driver.
not involved in Formula 1. Any driver, get rid of them.
Well, I feel bad saying get rid, but if I had to get rid, who would I get rid of? I think the obvious answer would be Lance Stroll, because he's probably taking up... I mean, bless him. Lance, if you're watching
glad you
this,
said that.
listening from your car,
Yeah.
don't take it personally. But at the same time,
I'm sure he is.
I feel
taking
like
it
he's just
personally.
taking up a seat that
Do you know
somebody
what?
else deserves a lot more.
I think that might be the final straw for Lance Stroll. I think that
Me?
might just be... Yeah, the point that you've just said it, he might just go, do you know what? I'm retiring.
Fuck it.
Oh, Bortoletto in the Kick Sauber is in 5th.
That's good.
Look who that is. Mattia Binotto.
I love him.
There you go. What a legend. He's going to be taking charge of the Cadillac. Oh, no, not the Cadillac. The Audi F1 team.
Okay. I'm excited that Audi have a team.
Yes.
We don't know what that is
No,
yet,
I think
right?
it is actually Cadillac. I think Cadillac are taking over one of the teams, and I think Audi might be the new one. It might be the other way around.
So which
actually.
teams are going? Is it Kick Sauber?
No, Kick Sauber are going to become one of those teams.
Right.
I can't remember which one it is, actually. Ray, sorry, he, him. Ray is he, him.
No, that's good to know. I never know.
Yeah.
I
I know a lot of female Rays recently.
Me too.
Less he, hims.
Yeah,
for
me too.
Rays. But we appreciate you, Ray. Thank you very much.
Lando's ability to bottle it is what keeps my hopes. It won't be a boring McLaren 1-2.
I think Lando's going to prove so many people wrong this time.
He's
think
got something
Oscar's
to
going to be the
prove
one
now.
that's going to fuck it up if anyone does. They're both under pressure now because Piastri is the one that's very much in the lead. And do you know what? In a weird way, it's sometimes easier to be a challenger.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It's easier to have less pressure of going, if I fuck up, I've got nothing to lose. Whereas when you're in front, you've got everything to lose.
Yeah.
Sainz nearly had a moment.
Little skiddy.
Yeah, nearly had a moment there. I think, and I don't know this for sure, I think this might be one of the tracks with the least amount of corners.
1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6, 7. It's not a lot.
It's a lot of straights, but I guess that's why there's 3 DRS zones, right?
3 DRS zones, and it's one of the shortest tracks, both in terms of time and also.
Yeah, I've got
distance.
the stats on the track actually.
Are you going to read them out for us?
Shall I read them out?
Yeah, go on. Why not?
Fun,
Educate us now and tell us a bit more about the track. So, how long is the track?
The track is actually 4.3 kilometers.
Now, what is very interesting about that is that length that they've described there was the length of the track last year, and this year they've measured it from the middle of the track as opposed to the racing line. Two different things, and it's 8 meters longer. Not that makes a massive difference.
Not with a car.
No. What about the total distance?
Oh, should we do a mute for the siren?
I think it might be.
Is it okay?
I feel like this one might be an okay one.
Let us know how loud this siren is.
It's gonna get
It's a long
louder.
one.
Okay, it's getting to our conversational pace. This is the wonder of live mixing. You can get rid of shit.
Yeah.
But it's still there. Go on then, yeah. How long is it?
So it's just over 4 kilometers long. It's got 8 turns.
8 turns.
And we've got 71 laps tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a lot of laps. I love this camera. We're watching from inside of the helmet of Esteban Ocon, who has one of the most beautiful stories in Formula One, and definitely would be one of the drivers that use, in terms of us saying, one of the drivers that we'd be happy to lose. He would be one that I would very much not be happy to lose.
Yeah,
it'd be a big shame to not have him in the sport. He races hard, and he has a rivalry with almost every person in the world, doesn't he? Do you remember the pushing incident of Max Verstappen? And obviously he absolutely hates Gasly.
Yeah.
He hates Gasly. Right, any more fun stats for us? Aaron has said this is one of the easiest tracks on the F1 game.
Oh, you need to get on this
I
track
find
then.
it quite difficult.
I honestly can't even drive in a straight line on the game.
No, you can't. We need a steering wheel. Aaron, let us know. Have you got a steering wheel? Because that is cheating.
Max Verstappen has had 5 wins on this track. 4.
Yes.
Here we go. 4.
Drop the stats.
So Max has got 5 wins on the Austrian circuit, I guess.
Yeah.
But only 4 of those were the actual Austrian Grand Prix, and then what was the other one? It was during COVID.
It was called the Styrian.
Styrian Grand Prix.
Yeah. Can't say COVID on YouTube, by the way.
Oh,
You got to bleep yourself.
okay. You just said it.
I know, but that was part of the joke.
Okay, so last year, George was the winner.
Which was a very controversial race because there were crashes. In fact, a big crash between Lando Norris and Max Verstappen. Don't know if you remember this in Drive to Survive, but Lando tried to I think actually it was the other way around. Max tried to turn in on Lando, and they both ended up shredding their tyres. They both had to do a very late pit stop in the race, and that is why George won. George was very much in third,
Right.
and managed to come back in. He's just set a very good first sector.
That's why it's so entertaining though, because like literally anything could happen with one mistake from one driver can completely change the.
Yeah, and now we've literally now just finished Q1, so the first part of qualifying, and currently
Oh wow.
George Russell is in 16th place. Now he's on a pretty good lap so far. He's 0.4 of a second slower than Lando Norris, so that would mean that he would finish in, let's say, 9th or 10th. So he needs a good final sector, because for George Russell to be out in Q1 would be a catastrophic error. So he's just coming through now, 103, 104, 105.
He's up.
So he's up. It was a decent time. Miss Toto.
We just saw Toto with a look of disdain.
Was it disdain?
I was just a bit like,
What the fuck?
yeah.
I mean, Charles Leclerc is in the pit right now.
Oh,
we've just lost it. Don't worry. We'll get that back. Charles Leclerc is in 12th. That's mad. Let's just hide that for a
They've
second.
not had a great time, the Ferraris. I feel really bad for them because I really do love both Charles and Lewis.
Yeah, me too. It's just so weird for me even now to see Lewis Hamilton in a Ferrari.
Yeah.
I just can't get my head around it. I really can't. Every time I just find it weird. And I feel like he might have made a mistake.
Do you think he regrets it?
I think he might. Oh, mate, I didn't have any front grip, bro.
That was Tsunoda.
From Yuki Tsunoda, who once again has completely fucked it.
Yeah, he has.
There is a small worry that I am slightly concerned about, that Yuki might slip out of Formula One. And that would be so sad. Because he's not going to stay at Red Bull. That's one thing.
Do you think
Do you
that
want me to
they'll...
move over?
sorry, I'm just trying to shimmy in. Do you think that they'll say goodbye to him at the end of this season?
I think if he keeps performing in the way he's performing now, I think he'll be on the chopping block in the mid-season break.
Because he is one of the reasons why they are not in...
The
They're
Constructors'
nowhere
Championship.
near... What are they, 4th or 5th or something?
I think they might be 4th. Because think, like, you know, Max is making so many points. He's getting so many.
Yeah.
He's getting so many points right now. So yeah, like they'll be down there. But yeah, Yuki's performances are awful. But let's just round this up, because there are quite a lot of storylines here in terms of the people that have gone out. You will see the telemetry on the screen right now. But there are some things that I want to discuss first. Hulkenberg, last place. Considering Hulkenberg finished I think in 5th in the last race, that is insane. That's mad. Something must have happened with him. His teammate Bortoletto, who's actually done very well in free practice, he's in 8th. So Hulkenberg's had a mare. Carlos Sainz again out in Q1. That's
That
crazy.
hurts.
That doesn't. And we love him, so that's a real shame. Yuki again in 18th in a Red Bull that should be right up there, but that second Red Bull is just completely cursed. Ocon, who we've just said is amazing, but cannot get any pace here. The Bear Man is what? How much faster is he? I think he's like basically 700ths faster than Ocon. It's crazy. And finishing Q1, the last person to be eliminated is the person that we thought was absolutely shite, Strong.
I'm not surprised he's in that bottom.
Do you know what? There's a lot of storylines there, and a lot of drivers that will be under pressure. I think if they keep doing performances like that, especially Stroll and Tsunoda. Crazy. Aaron was saying no controller. I look up the Fanatec setups, like the pros, and then I have to close the tabs when I see the price. There you go. No, sorry, they're on. Sorry, Aaron is on controller. He looks up the Fanatec setups.
Oh.
And
Is
when he sees the price, they close the tabs.
wheel?
Yeah. So Fanatec is like, they do all of it. Oh, here we go. Signs. There's damage in the car for sure. The car's undrivable. When I say undrivable, it's pulling under braking, no load in high speed, undrivable. Fuck me, Carlos Sainz, and fuck me, James Vowles.
Yeah, James.
James
is
gonna be under pressure. We're
love this guy.
watching some analysis right now from Anthony Davison. He's got a lot of CV in terms of the amount of teams that he's driven for, but they're shit teams, bless him. So he fucked up there in that turn. He didn't have any grip. He didn't have any grip in that turn. I mean, yeah, you can see he's really struggling there. You can really see that. James, is this the big dog's girlfriend? Welcome to the stream, James. Presume you're coming from a Josh Aveste channel with that comment. And just to correct you, no, this is Emily, not my girlfriend. She's my fiance, and she's got a big ring to show off
baby.
to do that. But yes, welcome to the channel. This is Emily. You're going to get to know her very much in this live stream.
Lucky you.
Do you want to say hello to James?
Hi, James. Poor Sonoda, his reward for doing well was demotion to Red Bull. It's true.
Demotion?
Who was he with before?
He was with the second team. He was
He was what
Racing Bulls.
Racing Bulls.
Yeah. I still call them Toro Rosso.
When were they Toro Rosso?
Till fairly recently, 2 or 3 years ago.
It's getting warm now.
Told you. We're filming this pretty much in a conservatory, and so
it's what, like 30 degrees in London.
I'm just gonna say now.
28.
This is, I would say, on the cooler side of doing this. James has just given you a compliment.
He's punching. Tell me something I don't know.
Yeah. literally. I agree, James. I agree. It's not Yuki though, right? No one can do well in the. No one can do well. No one can do well in the Red Bull second seat. Max is just some generational talent, and and can drive around the issues. This is the thing, though. I don't think the car is that shit.
Well,
I think it's made for
Perez was doing well in Red Bull up until
he left. Well, yeah, he had a very bad season.
He came in. He was doing. He came in. He got some podiums.
Yeah.
Sonoda hasn't.
No.
I know he's a more experienced driver that was Nick Perez.
But also, it was a different era. I think the car was more stable back then. And obviously, they've lost Adrian Newey, who's now at Aston Martin, and he was the mastermind behind the aerodynamics of Red Bull at the time. I do feel really sorry for Yuki. I really like Yuki Tsunoda, and I think he's a very talented driver. And I think he's made a mistake in being in the Red Bull system. Because basically, the promotion is a demotion, as Aaron says.
Yeah, he's right.
So, yeah. Like, I think it's a real shame that Yuki has to deal with that shit. And I think if Yuki's smart, he gets out of that team. He gets out of the Red Bull ecosystem, goes and races for someone else. I think he could easily go and get a seat. Go and take Stroll's seat at Aston Martin.
You can get it out of his cold dead hands. He's not giving that seat up.
At what point does Big Daddy Stroll just go,
say, you know what?
You are shit.
You're not worth it.
You are just crap.
I do feel bad for him, Stroll, in a way, because
he doesn't seem like he enjoys it.
He must have a lot of pressure, and to be someone who, like, I would hate to be in his position and see all the things that are being said about you and feel like you're a bit of you don't belong there.
Yeah.
So I can imagine the mental side of it for him is really hard.
Yeah.
But also, like, when do you say, maybe he just loves it and, like, he's not that great, and you know what, that's fine.
I don't think, based on the body language that you see and the press conferences, now you can't just hate press conferences, which is fair. I don't know anyone that would really enjoy a press conference, especially when they're out there to get your blood and for you to say something stupid. But there's a lot of other people that are in a lot more pressure than Stroll is that seem a lot happier in the press conferences, and I'm not the only one to say that his body language has seemingly regressed. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So I do think for his own sake, it might be time now to call it a day. I can't believe how long he's been involved in the sport for. He's been racing for a long time.
Like Stroll?
Yeah.
How old
He's been
is he?
racing
Mid-20s?
yeah, something like that. Yeah, he's been racing for at least 7-8 years. He's been in every single Drive to Survive series.
He's been in Formula 1 for 7 or 8 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Following Big Daddy all around the place.
Big Daddy, yeah.
God, we're watching the first season now, aren't we? That shows you he was involved in that season.
Yeah,
so
he
that
was.
shows you how long it is. So
Here we
got
go.
some
We're
racing.
in Q2 now.
We got some racing. We are synced up, which is reassuring on this one. And Hamilton
Both Ferraris
is leading the way. Well, that's only because we've got no other times, unfortunately.
Oh. So is this now?
This is in the session.
This doesn't include the previous session.
No.
Okay.
No,
And all the
this is in
records
session,
from that.
I believe.
Okay.
No, I think it's just in this session. Yeah, I think it's just in this session.
If you're a billionaire, there's worse ways to spend your weekend than driving F1 cars. You're
I
not
don't
wrong.
think he's technically a billionaire, Lance. I think Big Daddy is a billionaire.
Yeah.
But yes, Big Daddy just following the F1 circuit around in his yacht.
It's
quite
like
a nice
yeah,
life.
an easy way into one of the. You know, I wonder how hard he's had to work to get that seat. Probably not. When you think about like Ocon, who came from nothing.
Yeah, you say that though. He still had to physically, dedicate himself to doing it. But yeah, like Ocon's family have had to go through some very different things to get Ocon there, and I think that is part of the reason why people not despise but don't give Stroll any leeway or credit. He's had everything.
Yeah.
He's had his whole life optimised for this point, whereas people like Ocon have had to struggle every time. We've just seen Albon put down a time.
I find this so confusing to look at. There's so many numbers and decimal points.
Just try and look at this one. I think this
Okay.
one is easier to watch. Although this is their time that they set, I think. Yeah, try. I don't know why it says 15 here. It's actually 105.
okay.
So 105.4. But just look at this one. This is easier to get your head around.
I'm gonna get whiplash.
I'm
from,
quite
looking at all that.
Yeah, I'm quite confused by that one as well. I don't know.
I wish I could show you like this setup that we have in front of us.
Yeah, it's not easy, is it?
No.
It's not easy to get your head around. But this is live streaming. This is what you have to do.
Yeah, you're used to this now, hey?
Yeah, this is what you have to do. The hardest thing that I find doing these is watching the action and also looking at the chat.
Yeah. Who was that? Was that a famous actor? I
That
just
was
missed
the
him?
co-owner of Red Bull,
Oh, cool.
interestingly.
Of Red Bull
group,
Racing
the
or
group,
Red Bull
the group, the actual company, which is interesting. So this
Beautiful.
is Alonso.
Look at those trees.
It's quite a beautiful track.
It is beautiful.
It's in the countryside, which is nice. So Alonso is out. We've both got a bit of a soft spot for Alonso. I don't think
I like
anyone doesn't
Alonso.
really. As we see Hadjar
Hadjar?
going round. What I find the saddest part of the Yuki Tsunoda story is if he just stayed where he was, he would be outperforming someone like Hadjar. And Hadjar's doing pretty well, to be fair. So yeah, I find that very sad. It is a demotion. It's gutting. No, this track is warming on me. I don't know if you remember. Do you remember Carlos Sainz went up that hill there and it was set on fire? Do you remember that?
No.
That was it was in Drive to Survive. Crazy moment in the Ferrari. And he's got a purple Sector 2 Hadjar, which is interesting.
Wow.
This could be a very good time from Hadjar. Sector
Oh God,
2's a tough
Liam
one.
as well.
Yeah, Liam's done really well there. So he's about to come around the second last corner and the final corner now. Is he going to be beating Charles Leclerc? No, he is not. But he's in second place, which is not bad. Albon's going to go out in this session, I think.
We still have more than half of the
We do.
people to get a time as well, so.
We do. But that Albon time to be nearly a second behind Lawson is worrying.
He's not had a great time recently, Albon, has he?
No. He gambled in Canada trying to go long, trying to do a longer strategy, and his tyres just completely fucked, basically. But I think that's more on the team than on him.
Didn't the other Williams have a problem as well?
Carlos Sainz, I think he might have retired, but I think that was because he crashed into someone.
Oh, okay.
And we're watching Max Verstappen, not with the purple sector so far, so he's going to have to have a good one. He's going to be close here because the line is coming up.
Oh,
there you
purple.
Go. There you go. So he had a very good final sector.
Come on, Max.
And Max
number
Verstappen.
1. Oh, Piastri straight in with the purple.
Oh,
of course he is.
There you go. We're on board with Russell. Russell's 2/10 away from Verstappen, so he'll be very much slower unless he has.
Oh, Piastri.
What's happened?
He's just got 2 purple sectors.
Oh wow! Wow, Russell there beats his previous time by 7/10. Goes into third. Piastri coming around the final corner. He's easily going to win this. Yeah.
There he is.
Half a second faster than.
Wow. And Norris is.
Than the Verstappen. Big thanks to all 5 viewers that are with us right now. We've got Andrew Kerr in the chat. Hi, Emily
Andrew.
and Josh.
He's from the running channel.
There you go. We need to.
He's a big F1 fan.
We need to say from which channel next time, don't we?
I know because I talked to Andrew.
There you go. Hello, Andrew. What do you want to know? Been watching F1 since 1993.
It's before I was born.
Andrew, we're going to call you Dictionary Corner.
Yeah.
Because you're going to help us now as a couple of rookies.
Yeah.
Explain everything. Why don't you start off with explaining to us why the Williams are shit this weekend?
I'd also like to know to everybody else in the chat who has seen the new F1 film, and if you have...
No spoilers.
No spoilers, but is it good?
Yeah, because we haven't seen it yet, but we want to see it. What is Verstappen here? I don't even know what to say.
Oh, yeah,
I've got no grip.
Come on, Max, find the grip.
He's got no grip. He's still in 5th.
Literally.
We're watching here on board with Max Verstappen. Oh! Did you see the wheel there? He was wrestling it. You get a bit hot now.
A little bit.
This is, I'm not even joking, this is cool compared to what I've dealt with in this room.
But you know me, I'm a cold soul.
Yeah.
I can't deal with
I had to bring a tea towel in the last live show.
Yeah.
Session stop, red flag! What has happened?
There's a red flag.
What's happened here?
Show us. Don't be shy.
So we pause the session.
Oh, the
there's
track's
a fire!
on fire.
There's a fire.
The grass is on fire.
So this has happened quite a lot recently. It happened a lot in Japan.
Because the ground's so hot.
It's a very hot area, but also if you get any fuel or any friction sometimes, it can just set alight.
Right.
So we've got a red flag, which does make it quite interesting. We've got the last 2 cars still out on the track right now. We've got Hamilton and Albon coming in. And yeah, we'll have a little pause. This is such a shame.
God. See, this is new to me. I didn't know this happened.
Well, yeah, in Japan, it hasn't happened a lot really in the history of F1, but in this year we've had a couple of these. It's a bit scary.
Yeah.
That these bits of grass are going on fire. Aaron has just qualified. It was more grass on fire, so I appreciate that because we had no idea what was going on at the time. And who's this coming in? Is this album?
Yeah.
He's got a pink helmet.
Pink. Yeah, I'm a big fan of his pink helmet.
Do you think they get to choose the sponsors on the helmet, or do you reckon that's a team thing?
What, the individual drivers?
Yeah. Because he's got a big Kraken logo there.
What is Kraken?
It's a crypto exchange.
Here we go.
Williams car. Oh, there you go.
Oh.
There you go. Sorry, we were just reading the comment. We should have read that out loud.
Yes.
Williams' car isn't great in a... It's got really good straight line speed, but it's not good in the corners, is basically what Andrew was saying. Which is a shame.
Yeah.
Because the corners are quite important.
Yeah. So what track would they do well on then? What's like a super straight
Something
track?
like a Monza.
Right.
In Italy.
Have we already had Monza? Yeah.
No, I don't think we have. I think we've had Imola, haven't we? That was the other Italian one. Yeah, I swear this has never happened prior to this year. I agree. I don't remember seeing the grass being on fire any other year. We've never seen it in Drive to Survive.
Never seen it in Drive to Survive.
And I feel like they'd cover it. Just want to say thank you again to all of you. For,
thank you
for joining the stream so far. This is our first ever piece of content on Formula One, and it's Emily's first ever live stream.
It's my first live stream.
You enjoying it?
Yes.
What have you got there?
I'm not going to say it out loud. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
You can say it. There's some cat claws
There's some cat claws on
that
the
have been shed.
Yes.
That's very cute. Very cute. Have you finished your Pepsi, your
I
cocktail?
have.
Oh, that's such a shame.
I finished my little Pepsi.
Such a shame. Thank you very much, Ray. We really appreciate you. And thank you to all of you that have come in and been watching this for the first time. I would never watch anyone with 0 subscribers.
Yeah.
Or content.
It's a bit of a risk, isn't
So
it?
it is a bit of a risk. You never know whether it's going to be good or not. And we've got a nice split between our audiences. Actually.
Yeah.
We've got a few people from each. So yeah, we really, really appreciate you. You got a compliment already.
Yeah.
Didn't take long.
Still got it.
Yeah. So, considering this qualifying will resume at 16:47, which is in 4 minutes' time, because I was just about to say, considering the fire was literally the size of like this. Oh, we've got some clapping. I'm surprised it took that long.
Yeah. Yeah, you think just chuck a bit of water on it and then,
Bit of sand, maybe.
Sand, yeah, it's probably better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oscar
sorry.
Piastri, gap to Norris, 1/10. What's he got here? Oh, he's got his little Dyson. Got his
What?
little air wrap.
Getting his...
Yeah. So yeah, we've not got long now.
Are you guys also watching it on the TV and you just have us on in the background? I'm always interested to know like how people interact with live streams and what do they just listen to the live stream? Do they have it on TV as well?
Yeah. What's really funny is that in a football world, people are getting sick of commentators and they think that they're shit. Whereas in the F1 commentary world, I think the F1 commentary is almost the best bit. Oh, we've got a green flag already.
There
So
we go.
They've already
So we're
cleared
going earlier.
Yeah. And DRS is enabled, which is interesting. Here you go. Andrew, you will forever be known in Dictionary Corner because you are incredibly useful here. Drivers can choose one sponsor on their helmet. Max has Viaplay, for example. It's called a personal sponsor, and it can bring a driver up to $8 million a year.
Wow.
That is very interesting, Andrew.
What's Viaplay?
I think it's like a streaming service.
What sponsor would you have? Why is that funny?
I was thinking of some like banter ones to go
Okay.
with. Do you know what I mean? And then I corrected myself to think that you would want me to say that on the live stream. What one would I want? Do you know what? This is going to sound really cunty and a bit beggy, but I would say like someone like Huel.
Really?
I quite like the Huel brand. I don't mind wearing the Huel t-shirts.
Mm.
And I drink Huel every day.
Yeah, you do, to be fair.
So I'd probably go Huel. But that's not that exciting, is it?
You got to think about like the logo. What's got a good logo?
I'll tell you what would be good for you as well.
What?
I would like this as well. DJI.
Yeah.
They would be a good one.
I'd quite like some of the. We were watching F1 Academy.
Yeah. Oh yes.
And there's one car or team maybe that's
Team.
sponsored by Charlotte Tilbury.
That would be a good one.
That's a really good sponsor
It
for
is.
F1 Academy as well, and for those teams.
If they're interested in sponsoring this live
Yeah,
stream,
Charlotte,
they're more
if
than
you're
welcome
watching.
to. Yeah. We do big numbers.
Yeah.
Andrew is watching it as well.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew, if you're watching it, do you have the commentary on as well? Or do you just have us as the voices of F1? To be a voice of F1, I would be very happy. They're interviewing Carlos Sainz now, so we can only imagine what Carlos is saying. Carlos is saying that was a fucking load of shit.
Mhm. I wish they'd put the subtitles on.
I know. Ray's saying, got you guys on my second screen of my setup without watching the race.
Ah.
There you go. I appreciate that.
Oh, so Viaplay is a Dutch cable TV company. He used to have Jumbo, which is a Dutch supermarket.
On his chin
On
strap.
his chin strap. Which is the chin strap?
The one that goes on the
Oh.
chin.
So you'd have Huel.
Andrew, you're the best. Huel is the first one that sprung to mind. I'm trying to think of like a cooler one. I don't know. What's a really cool brand to be on a car? I'm trying to think. Like the
Yeah.
Duracell brand for Williams is one of
You
my
know
favourite,
what?
but that's not a cool brand.
It's not a cool brand, but I am obsessed with the way that they've integrated that
I know.
battery.
I
Well,
know.
the thing that looks like a battery. I think
It's
it's
so
so
smart. It honestly is really clever. As we watch Bono in the pits in the Mercedes garage, I love that. Ray-Ban is a cool one as well. We're just seeing that on the Ferraris.
Yeah.
That is a cool one. Let us know what your sponsor would be on your helmet or car preferred.
Yeah. Also, anybody that's joined since I asked the question, what colour car would you have? Because
Yeah.
I think it's a very important.
Very
I
important.
think it tells you a lot about a person.
Because, for instance, I find that Aston Martin colour
I
the
like
worst colour in F1.
I like it.
I think that is the worst colour in F1.
I disagree.
It's too sort of like eye-catching. It's too intense. It's not a beautiful colour, but you like green.
I also think green is like a classic racing colour too. Like British.
British racing green.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
yeah.
There you go. Andrew's listening with commentary in one ear and an AirPod for you guys.
Oh.
That's really sweet. Thank you very much.
Oh, Sid the Sloth flag.
That is a derogatory statement for Max Verstappen.
Oh. To be clear, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I was a bit like,
No,
that
I
is
don't
so
think.
random.
I think it's like an
Endearing.
endearing thing saying that
Okay.
he's an ugly man. Do you know? Yeah. Aaron, sky blue for Coventry. Maybe they can sponsor the helmet too. There you go. That's not
Sky
bad.
blue.
Coventry. Well, there is already George Russell who wears a sky blue helmet, so maybe you could just repurpose that.
Yeah.
It's a bit too dark for what Aaron wants. Aaron wants a little bit lighter blue,
Like
like a more skyy
yeah,
blue,
yeah.
almost like the blue of Colapinto. There.
Yeah.
I have to say, for the first live stream that we've done, this timing panel is quite professional.
Yeah.
Do you not like? Considering we just fucking rocked this up.
Oh, you did all this.
Yeah, but considering we've just done it, I think
It
that
looks
looks
great.
pretty good. I think that looks pretty good with the racing seat behind us. Is the cat there?
And it's updating automatically,
That is
right? Yeah.
It is updated, and not only is it updating automatically, it's synced to us.
That's really cool.
It's
Can you get the football stuff that
proud
does
of
that? Or do you do that manually, don't you?
I do the scoreboard manually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can buy. It costs a lot of money, but you can buy it. There are geezers that are in their bedroom coding these sort of things
Yeah.
and using APIs to get it. It's not too complex, and we should give these guys a shout out. To be fair, we're using f1-dash.com for the stats. They're not sponsoring it, but that's what we're doing. Alex has just asked. Alex, I don't know if you're a subscriber. If you aren't a subscriber, please do subscribe because your name will come up, and it, quite frankly, is quite exciting when you do it. Are we doing the race as well tomorrow? Yes, and that's a good reason why you should be subscribed. I'm actually way more excited about the race than I ever would be around qualifying. But we thought, and to be fair, this makes sense, doesn't it? Start with qualifying, see if people actually care.
Yeah, as a little warm up.
Warm up, much like it's a warm up to the race tomorrow.
And it's on at what, 2 p.m. tomorrow?
2 p.m. tomorrow, so we'll probably be live from like 1:30, 1:45.
Yeah.
Andrew Kerr, I've been to 2 Grand Prix, both at Monza.
I remember you saying this.
Honestly, I'm so jealous because I think they call Monza like the home of speed or something like that.
Okay.
From a couple of rookies. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that's what. Andrew, let us know if that's confirmed. I'm sure it's called something else, like the theatre of speed or something. I think.
What's a V8 engine?
Let me read this out first. The old V8s in 2013 were louder than the Eras Tour. Right? And the V6 hybrids are quite quiet from 2015. An F1 race is like a music festival. So a V8 is effectively just a bigger engine.
Right.
So most road cars these days are getting smaller and smaller. Their engines, they use less combustion power. And a V8 was this. They had this amazing, like almost like a screaming noise when they go up to the high revs. And people loved it. Like that's the Schumacher era. Do you know? That's like the golden era of F1.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And they did sound amazing, but they were way louder, way louder. But Andrew, we are very jealous that you got to go to Monza because that would be amazing. It's in the middle of Italy.
Beautiful.
It would be a beautiful place, beautiful foods, and also it's the home of Ferrari, so it's quite exciting. Alex, what's Josh's thoughts on grid girls? Should we bring them back? Obviously, yes. No. To be honest with you, it was a very controversial thing, and it was something that was seen as part of the old Formula One.
When did they get rid? I didn't even know that Grid Girls was a thing.
Relatively recently, like I would say, maybe in the Liberty era changeover, maybe just after the Liberty.
And what
era
do they do?
changeover.
Are they the ones that they are like?
They
hold
stood
the
up.
signs?
They basically stood on the grid with umbrellas over the top of them so they didn't get too hot.
Yeah.
And sometimes without them in the old days, and they literally just held your number up.
Okay.
And that
What,
was
like in
that
their
was it.
underwear or something?
Yeah, not underwear, but scanty
Okay.
clothes. Think of like a boxing ring girl.
Okay. Yeah.
It's kind of similar to that. So should we bring them back? Probably not. It's probably not, right in the modern era to do it, is it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's probably not cool.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
I think.
Probably not cool. I feel like F1 has moved on from those days.
Yeah, I think it makes it. I think things like Grid Girls make it feel like it's a sport that's made for men.
Yeah.
And it kind of penalises. Is that the right word?
I think it demeans women in an era in which they're trying to bring
More women
and are
in.
bringing more
Yeah.
women in. So yeah, I think that era is done. James saying he misses the V12 days, even bigger engines.
Big engine.
Even bigger. You can do a half marathon at Silverstone.
Yeah, I know. I've seen a few people run around that. See, I like the idea of it, but I'm also like, is that a bit boring? Like the views. Is Silverstone a good track?
Silverstone's a great track.
Yeah.
Great track. I mean, yeah, would it get boring? Probably yes, but I mean,
But then you can
it's
say
a
you've
cool
run
experience,
yeah.
and also you get to know the track. Theatre of speed. There you go. The V8s were 760 horsepower, and the cars were 140 kilos
Wow.
lighter. So yeah, they were much faster back then. So Lando Norris is just set at 104, where this is the end of Q2, and Piastri again filling in the 1-2 for McLaren right at the start. Max Verstappen only in 4th, but Bortoletto in 5th. Again, Russell not performing as well as we thought he would. Antonelli very much on the border of going out as well. We know for certain that the Bearman, Colapinto, Hadjar and Albon will be out. And we're just yet to see, is Alonso still on track now? Yeah, Alonso's coming around the final corner.
Oh, is he still going? Oh, yeah.
He's cut the corner there on our variation, Cheetah. Do you see that? Oh, he's got into the pits.
Oh.
So Alonso is done.
He's done.
So that's why he was cheating the corner.
Oh, Alonso and Albon. Is Albon done? No, he's
Albon
still
is
going.
in. No, he's got checker flag.
Okay.
Albon will be coming in. That's the in lap. So yeah, that is the way that it ends. So yeah, Bearman, Colapinto, Hadjar, Albon, and Alonso. So both of the Williams out. Lawson getting into to Q3 is interesting. Colapinto struggling still, not performing. Obviously, Gasly's out-qualified him there by a lot of places. We'll see where he ends up at a lot of places. Hamilton in 8th.
You got any water in that?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, gone. So that was again an interesting one. Not necessarily any huge surprises per se in that. Beyond Bortoletto, maybe Gasly, and maybe a Lawson. That is tap water in there, so that's why it will taste a bit
No, it's fine. I love a bit of tap water.
chlorine-y.
It's also in November, so cold and wet. See, I would prefer that.
Yeah. It would be much better. I mean, running on concrete will always be hotter anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, in the summer it's probably...
It's probably unbearable.
Monza has a 10k and a half marathon.
Wow.
That would be good.
Monza would be
When is
very
it?
fun. I mean, you'd be fueled on pasta and pizza, wouldn't you?
Oh my god, yeah. Best carb load ever.
Best car load ever.
Monza...
We're nearly at our peak viewers. If we have got some lurkers in here not in the chat that haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, mainly for the animation that will be generated.
And come and say hello. Yeah, we haven't seen the animation in a while.
I've missed it.
Me too.
I've missed it. Monza may not be a great place for Emily. It can be 33 to 35 every year when the race goes on.
Yeah, no, thank you for that.
No.
Won't be going.
It's a shame, isn't
Won't
it?
be running in that.
No, but as in, like, going there would be alright.
Oh, yeah.
We'd have to get, like, a little... A lot of people do it in camper vans.
Do what?
Like, go and sit out at the track.
Oh, right.
Get a camper van to stay there. So, we're going into our last section. For everyone here that doesn't know yet, we will be doing another one of these tomorrow, which will be very
For the
interesting.
race?
FIA stewards Q2 incident involving cars 6 Hadjar and 14 Alonso and Piastri failing to follow race directors' instructions maximum delta time. So that must have been in the red flag incident, I presume. So that could be interesting. Maybe they'll get a penalty for that. I doubt they will, but maybe they will. That's a very useful little feature down here to get the little... I
just noticed that,
yeah, to get the little race here. It's saying that there's a yellow flag in Sector 2.
It's here, oh yeah.
Considering Sector 13. I mean, considering we're not racing, I don't know why there's a yellow flag going on. Oh, what's happened with Verstappen? There was a bit of an... That was a bit naughty from the Ferrari in turn 3, super unnecessary. And then the new engineer just goes, understood, Max, shut the fuck up.
You know Red Bull will try and get any little mistake there.
Yeah, but Toto...
Christian's straight on the phone.
There you go, well done, mate, you made it to Q3. Let's go! I hope this is the first of many. Let's go, guys, good job. Bortoletto's chuffed. Bortoletto's been shit.
People were really excited about him when he joined. He's supposed to be like an incredible driver, right?
Yeah, he's come from F2.
He's had a bit of a shit time.
Really well. Yeah, and he's not... I mean, it takes a bit of time to get adjusted to it. Max Verstappen complaining. I mean, look, the thing is... Toto made Christian Horner look like an absolute dickhead last week. Because he basically just said, stop being so stupid with your little punishments. Stop complaining about absolutely ridiculous things. And Horny Horner looked silly. He looked really, really silly. And so much so, he said that, look, we don't blame Max at all. We blame the team. And Toto literally just went, Baron.
You've got to love Toto.
You do. Incident involving those 3 cars we just mentioned will be investigated after the session.
Interesting. So it could affect start tomorrow.
Especially Piastri, I suppose, is the main one there.
Norris was in it too, no? Because he's second at the minute.
No, it was Piastri, Antonelli, Alonso, and Hadjar.
Oh, I was looking at no further investigation between Norris and
Leclerc. Yeah.
Leclerc or Leclerc?
Oh God, I thought this guy passed out. There's a guy literally underneath the car right now, probably doing some mechanical work, but we thought he just collapsed, and then all of his mates were just standing around. Ray saying he's going to add Monza to his bucket list. Gives you flashback to the Breaking 2 event. Oh God, yeah, there you go, Breaking 2. Do you remember there was that was a running race where they were trying to break 2? And I think they might have done that on a track.
Oh, wow.
Or, no, that was in Austria, wasn't it?
I don't know, I've never heard of that.
Wasn't that the Kipchoge thing, Breaking 2? Yeah, 2 hours.
They did that on a racetrack?
Well, I think they did one of them on the racetrack.
Oh, right.
And then they did one
I thought they had to be on official races.
Yeah, there you go. Aaron, I find Horner moaning about things very amusing.
Me too. I love it. I love it. He's such a little bitch. Just love it. He's so bitchy.
Yeah, he is bitchy.
And without people... I know he's the villain, but without people like that, it would make the sport and just the backstory less interesting.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. For Emily, it's easier for you guys down in London. Many of the tracks are down your way.
Yeah.
Silverstone's Brands Hatch. They have 10Ks around them. Oh, Brands Hatch has a good one.
Where's
so
that?
Brands Hatch, I think... Dictionary Corner Andrew, please tell us. I think that is in Surrey. I don't know for sure, but it's not far away from us.
Is that
but Brands Hatch is a really old track. You couldn't get F1 cars around there now, but they do a lot of races there, and it's a really good track. Miles has been down there.
Oh, it's in Kent. It's in Sevenoaks.
Kent, there you go. It's not far away from us. For people watching the qualifying live, what channel is it on? Channel 4 or is it pay-per-view? It's on Sky, Alex. It's on Sky F1. Don't think it's on Channel 4. I think Channel 4 only have certain races. If it is on Channel 4, I've paid £15 for nothing, which is I would be even more annoyed about. Andrew is a massive McLaren and Lando fan. Well, you hate Andrew then.
No,
because you hate.
I don't hate McLaren. I just think they're a bit boring at the minute.
You hate McLaren.
Basically, I am fickle, and I will go to where the drama is. And apart from the little crash last week, there's just not enough drama.
I mean, that was a lot of drama.
That was a lot of drama, to be fair.
And to be fair, last season they had the incident where they wouldn't swap places. There's actually been a lot of
build up. I think we're in the build up.
Yeah.
Because they're both too good.
Yeah.
To be in the same team, I think.
Agreed.
I do think Piastri's better though. Sorry.
Oh.
I do.
I don't necessarily disagree. I just Lando's British.
Lando's really good, but I think he's I think this is why I really like Oscar's temperament as well, because I think Norris is a bit too not erratic, but
Oh, I thought you were going to say the opposite of that. Boring.
No. Like, from the move that he made last week, I think he's just a bit like...
What people were saying, I've just listened to a really good BBC podcast about this. They were saying that Piastri is the calmest man in F1.
I love him.
And they compared him to someone like Mika Hakkinen or Kimi Räikkönen, the Finns, who are known to be just like, they've not even got a fucking pulse.
Right.
They're that calm.
Yeah.
Whereas apparently Lando's got a lot of, things going on in his head. He always is questioning himself, he's questioning his own ability. And to be the best racing driver in the world, unfortunately to say this, you kind of have to believe you're the best racing driver in the world.
I think that's why Max is so good as well, because he knows he's the best.
And also he insists that he's the best. He says to Red Bull, if you want to keep me, you've got to build this fucking car for me.
That's why I like
what
Verstappen so much.
Yeah.
Because he knows he's the shit.
It's funny though, because you don't love arrogance, and that has to.
I don't love arrogance, but there's something about Max that I do really like. Like, he is the best, and he knows he's the best, and he doesn't apologise for it.
Yeah.
And it makes him maybe a bit abrasive sometimes, but I you know what actually made me really like Max? It was just seeing him in all these meme videos on YouTube that like you kind of see a different side to what you see in the races where he might just seem like a bit of a dick.
We'll get the soundboard sorted.
Yeah.
I'll put it on the stream deck. As you can see right here, we can press little buttons, and I'll create a one that says, because he was a little pussy.
Because he was a pussy.
Yeah, we'll set that up. Right, the track is open. We've got green flag on the track. That actually happened at 16:01.
Ooh.
Oh, someone's pulled out. A Mercedes has pulled out. He thought he was going to have to get a push. I would guess that was Kimi.
Yeah, I was going to say Kimi.
Do you want to read Ray's comment? Because Ray's comment is
there's one up there. We need the Max Hamilton season with Toto and Horner was great. Which one was that? Which season was that?
The most recent one, I suppose. Do you mean? Oh no, that was that was a season in which it ended in Abu Dhabi, and they had the controversy about the safety cars. Do you remember when he went no through the?
Oh, that
Toto?
yeah.
That was, to be fair, that was great. Fuck me, that was pure cinema.
Yeah.
Right, we're queuing up here to get out on the track. That's a bit cheeky, whoever's in front there. I think that might have been Verstappen. Ray's comment was, breaking 2 was the 2:25 time, marathon time, that Kipchoge did. Now, tell us where that was, Ray, because we don't know. And then the Ineos challenge was the one where he actually beat it, where he did it in 1 hour 59 minutes in Vienna, which is where we thought it was. If you want to race with a lot of chaos from Andrew, watch the Tuscan GP highlights from 2020.
Okay.
Belgian 1997 for the start alone is bonkers.
Okay, we'll have to do that.
The Tuscan GP. Where was the Tuscan GP? Belgium Spa is coming up, and that is a fantastic track. One of the longest. Oh, Max Verstappen wasn't happy.
Whoa.
With Kimi. Yeah. That's the one with Hamilton lost the dodgy decision. Yeah, that one. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that was. One of the biggest injustices in the entire sport. Obviously, Max won, so you would disagree, but
have to.
Is where they didn't unlap the other cars, or they did unlap the cars when they shouldn't have, and it meant that Verstappen was right behind Hamilton, and it was basically against the rules. So yeah, it was interesting. Right, I love this mini camera angle.
Yeah, me too.
We're following with Lando, who's just started.
This is it. This is the big one.
This is the big one. So we've got 7 minutes of Q3 remaining. There's been no crazy incidents, but it's been good racing. And we've got some drivers in this final session that's quite exciting. Gasly being in there, I think, is interesting, and Alpines have been shit. Bortoletto being in there is very good, and obviously Lawson. The storylines: Yuki Tsunoda demoted, Liam Lawson outperforming him in almost every race since.
Yeah, crazy.
The Tuscan GP was at Mugello, a Ferrari-owned track that's used famously for MotoGP. That must have been in the lockdown year. Can't say the C word. Must have been in the lockdown year. I don't remember that one. That was a long time ago, to be fair. Lando Norris with 2 purple sectors. He's obviously going to be on pole.
He's
to start
good.
off with.
He's gone into it with a.
And has Piastri done a time? I think he has. Piastri's done a 104.5. And Lando's on a 104.2, so considerably better. considerably better. Is this Verstappen's time? He's not going to beat Norris.
He's not.
He's in 3rd place, but there's only 5 times on the board so far. He is considerably faster than Antonelli, but you kind of expect that. Wow, Charles Leclerc going into 2nd.
Go on, Charles.
Again, only just faster than Piastri. Russell not on a good lap here. Russell still with no time.
Oh, Hamilton up to 4th.
Hamilton up to 4th, beating Verstappen, which is very interesting. You know, meant to be one of his home tracks. Russell was about to cross the line. Let's see where he finishes.
5th.
He finishes 5th.
Come on, Max.
He's pushed Max Verstappen
Come on,
down.
Max.
You know,
Are you going to let
I'm
him
sorry
do
to
that
say-
to you?
I'm sorry to say that Max will improve his time here.
It sounds like he's having some problems with it. I mean, he says it every week, but it just sounds like he's having some problems with his car as well.
They're fucking with the car massively. So Lando's coming into the pits. Watch him cut the corner. Yeah, he's cut the corner. I love that graphic because
Yeah.
we don't see the pit lane in there, so it looks like they're cheating. Oh, pit lane incident involving car release. Russell noted. Oh, it was Russell. I thought that was Kimi.
Cheater.
That's quite funny though, because that's Russell and Verstappen. There's some drama going on there. He's trying to get another point.
The girls are fighting.
Yeah, yeah,
We love it.
yeah. So who's still on track?
Unsafe
right now?
release. Okay.
It's noted, so that doesn't necessarily mean
Yeah.
they will do anything. Bortoletto is coming in. Hamilton
know
and Russell are
that-
the only ones on track. What?
Red Bull are on.
Red Bull will be talking to the race director right now. I can guarantee you. I can guarantee you of that. I can guarantee you of that.
So then this is the bit that always confuses me. They go in, they sit in their car for a little bit. They
Not
have,
for long.
have a little
They might
breather.
change the tyres. They will refuel it again for a lap if they need to. But the key thing here is they're trying to time it perfectly. So they come out in a period where they've got a bit of space, but also that the track is in the best possible condition.
Mhm.
So here's Russell. The engineers told him to go. Oh no. So basically Russell's blaming the engineers there, which is fair, but I think
Yeah.
fair enough. The way they queue up, it always makes me laugh. It's literally like, you know, you're pulling into a drive-through and you're not letting anyone come through when you're trying to get into Mackie D's drive-through. So let's run through the timing so far. Norris in first, Leclerc in second, Piastri, Hamilton, Russell, Verstappen, Antonelli, Bortoletto, Gasly and Lawson with no time, which I find weird. Don't know why he hasn't set a time.
It's quite nice to see a gap between the two McLarens as well.
Yeah, and
I'm
that's a
enjoying
considerable
that.
gap. It's a considerable gap at the moment, yeah.
Also nice to see Charles up there.
Very nice to see Charles there. Yeah, I mean, look, I think if you're a fan of F1, you do always see the value in a successful Ferrari because they've been there since the very start. Been involved in every F1 race ever. Ferrari.
Are they the only team to have done that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy. Oh my god, he just went past that person.
Yeah, this I
Really
find
quick.
like so scary when they just
Yeah. Wow.
they're all going back out now to do their.
Do you remember we talked about strategy and timings? Look
Yeah.
how close they all are in terms of the moment they leave.
Yeah.
The thing. Funny thing, since Ferrari started back in Le Mans 3 years ago, they have won it 3 years in a row. The Le Mans 24-hour race this year was won by the first non-red Ferrari to win it. They weren't even
Wow.
racing in red.
That's crazy.
Basically, should have been disqualified.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andrew,
Yeah,
you
Ferrari
are
not in red is
improving the live stream so much. I think we might have to get Andrew as a sort
Like
of
a moderator.
Call in.
yeah.
Yeah. Who's that?
No idea.
I watched some of the Le Mans highlights. I don't know how they create a highlight section of a race that's 24 hours. Like, how do you
It's a
cut
big
that
job.
down?
It's a big job.
Really big job. Really big job. So we've got Russell here with the distinctive blue helmet. Why do you reckon he chose 63? It's not a number that I have any affiliation with.
Well, he clearly does.
Yeah. Why do you think Max Verstappen chose number 1?
Why do you think?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna very much show our allegiances tomorrow on the stream.
Yes.
And we will be back for that from 2 o'clock, 2:30 actually, I should say, 2:45.
No, the race is at 2 tomorrow.
Oh, sorry, 1:30,
Yeah.
1:45.
I'm pretty sure it's at
Sorry,
2.
yeah, no, I got confused because we started today at 3
Yeah.
o'clock. Right, so Lando is on an outlap. I don't think Verstappen is taking time here. I think he's about to start his lap. So Verstappen has just crossed the line. This little graphic here where it shows them where they are in the track is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. In terms of we've not got a sponsor, I think we do need to shout out f1-dash.com because this
Is that what this
system is amazing. Track temperature, Emily. I can see, thank you to f1-dash.com. 46 degrees.
Jesus, is that yeah, it must be
Centigrade, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, mad.
Almost
shows
20 degrees hotter than the air temperature.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, it just shows you the tarmac, isn't it? It's crazy. Russell with a purple sector in sector 1, which is very interesting.
It's gone now.
Oh, what? Oh, someone must have just outdone that.
God, I thought Max was going to fly off the track then. God, he's
Norris
going.
has just done that, I think. Oh, yellow flag. We've got a yellow flag here. Track hazard.
Is it another fire?
Someone's just. Oh no!
Oh.
Now there's a green flag. No, but that would have ruined all the laps. Depends where it was in the track. Did you see where it was?
No. They normally put it on this map, that map there.
Verstappen 3 seconds, so he was affected by the yellow flag. Verstappen, basically, I think will have finished now because he just pulled away. So
Yeah,
he would have been
time's
massively
gone.
affected by it.
Norris.
Norris with a brilliant lap. He's already number
Yeah,
1, so it
he's
doesn't really
pole.
matter. Leclerc coming in.
Oh.
Leclerc is still second.
Okay.
Still second. He hasn't changed his position, but I think we got both Lando and Piastri
Piastri's
still on
not
track.
done yet, I don't think.
So Lando will cross the line. It seems like he's going to beat his time.
Oh,
Amazing
wow.
time. 103. That is super quick. Super quick.
Well done, Lando.
The McLaren garage, obviously very, very happy. Lewis coming in here doesn't improve his position, but still in 4th, second
I think
row.
that's good for Lewis, as of
Agreed.
recent.
Agrees.
I really wish that I could have been really into it when Lewis was in his
I can't
prime.
tell you how good he was.
Because I enjoyed watching him do well in Drive to Survive.
He was.
Although
so
actually,
good.
for most of Drive to Survive, it was kind of the Max era.
It was the max.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're only coming into Drive to Survive at the end of the. So Bortoletto nowhere near good enough there in terms of his time. But yeah, I mean, you missed the era. I mean, it got to a point where it did get boring.
Yeah.
Because he was just winning it every single year and was, by far the best. And again, they had a similar thing with McLaren where Bottas was the second driver and was not equally as good, but they were just smashing it. So obviously Piastri's just finished and crossed the line. He's still in 3rd, which I think that's surprising.
Yeah.
To be fair. What are we watching here? Gasly with the last 2 turns. Is he going to go wide into this one? Yeah, hitting the gravel and a huge spin. That must have been where the yellow flag came out.
Oh, and then he just went, yeah.
And he just carried on. But that was
a big spin.
That is a big spin. We're talking that could have been a big instant. And they've got this line of gravel in here, and that has caused a lot of accidents, but has meant that people don't go into the barriers. So. Double yellow flag, which
We did well to get out of that straight away.
Pretty serious one. So I don't know what happened. What we're watching here with Max. Is he just going to? He's going to
kick off, I reckon, because of the yellow flag thing will have affected him, right?
Yeah, massively. I mean, he was 3 seconds worse.
Poor Matt.
So Gasly's just had his time deleted.
Oh, we've lost that.
We've lost that, but we'll be sinking back in a second. So I'm just going to get rid of that for a second.
There we are.
So we've got the final standings in qualifying. So Lando is number 1 by half a second. So we're talking about a considerable amount of time. Piastri was in 3rd. Leclerc was in 2nd. Then it was Hamilton, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Then it was Russell. And we'll pull up this scoreboard in a second, and we'll go through it. But as I said earlier on, Lando was always going to come back and was always going to want to right the wrongs of the previous Grand Prix in Canada. And he's been brilliant. He's been brilliant, hasn't he? So this is saying this is practice 3.
Oh.
Qualifying. I was going to say Max Verstappen is definitely not in 3rd, which he was in qualifying that. So I don't know if we've got this yet. Here we go. We've got it here.
Oh, we're back.
We're back. So, Lando, Leclerc, Piastri, Hamilton, Russell, Lawson, above Max Verstappen in the
crazy.
second Red Bull.
That's crazy.
He was only 0.003 of a second slower than Lawson Verstappen. Bortoletto, then Antonelli, who hasn't, when you look at where Russell is, hasn't had a great qualifying 3 session, and then Gasly with his time deleted in 10th.
Why have they deleted his time?
He
Track
limits at turn 10.
So he went off.
So there is a line in which you can't go further than, and he
Right.
went over it. So that is the qualifying standings. What do you think of that qualifying? It's quite exciting.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no real surprises, as you said.
Yeah.
I'm quite glad it's not a McLaren 1-2. And I'm glad that Ferrari seemed to be in it a little bit.
They are in it. This is the thing. They have been saying they've been doing some upgrades.
Oh, okay.
What a lot of people are saying is this might be the last race in which we do see upgrades, because all of the teams are going to be pushing their cars for next season, and the next season is completely different to this season. So this might be one of the last opportunities to improve your car, and by the looks of it, Ferrari have done that, and I think we all would want a good strong Ferrari.
Yeah.
So that, to also have it mixed up in that way, you've got the racing line that Lando will be on, as well as Oscar, and then you've got the challenges of Charles and Lewis. That should be really good. And one thing I can guarantee is that into that first corner, or indeed the second corner, Max Verstappen is going to be coming in like a fucking nuclear missile.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in front of him.
I wouldn't want to be anywhere near him. So
he's going to make up a few places, surely. Because he's Lawson. I'm sorry, but you're gone.
Yeah. Lawson's going to be. Lawson is going to be in a sandwich of Russell, Max Verstappen, and Kimi Antonelli as well. Kimi will be pushing. There. So that's going to be a good start to the race.
Yeah, I think so. The start is always really exciting, I think.
Yeah. So, what I think...
here we go. No, we've got a little update on the actual... This race tomorrow will be bonkers. Turn 1, 3 and 4 will have some sort of drama. This track is like an overgrown kart track. It may look easy, but it's not. See, that's what we want to hear.
This is the thing. Because you've got the 3 DRS zones, this is going to have a lot of overtaking. This is, in a weird way, this is like your anti-Monaco. Do you see what I mean? Like, there's a lot of opportunities to turn. There's a lot of opportunities for people to make mistakes. And so we will be live streaming this tomorrow, which we're really, really excited about. And we will be bringing you guys more perspective from the rookies of the race.
Yes.
You and I.
We're the rookies.
We are
also.
We are a couple of
rookies.
So yeah, we'll be watching it with glee, and I think it should be a very exciting race.
I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited. So we'll be on here from 1:30 onwards, maybe just a bit after.
Yeah.
So make sure you subscribe and set an alert once we create the live stream event.
Yeah.
So you don't miss it.
Yeah.
And hopefully, fingers crossed, we get a really exciting race for our first live stream.
100%.
Well, our first race live stream.
First race live stream.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, let us know in the chat right now, should we do a post-qualifying video?
Review. My mouth's a bit dry. Talking for...
This is the thing.
How long is it?
This is an amateur amount of live stream.
Josh is very well versed in the live streams.
Yeah, this is nothing. So yeah, let us know. Let us know what you thought of the live stream. If you're catching up after the fact, leave us a comment and say what you thought about it. But we have to say, first of all, huge thank you to everyone that has subscribed so far. Thank you to everyone that has come in. I think you have won the battle. I think we had far more runs with Emily. So thank you to everyone that has listened to little old me when you really want to be listening to little old you, don't they?
I think you've got more to bring to the table when it comes to F1. I'm just here for a good time. Yeah.
So yeah, I think basically this channel is going to be a lot of fun. And we'll end the stream here. And we will see you all, I hope, for this wonderful Grand Prix tomorrow.